living in the shadows is one thing, and one where I've hid my presence well for many, many years. Unfortunately, trying to make videos on the internet is eroding that fact. But the main thing now is there's more Gintama episodes on the way. Whether or not Gintoki is going to learn a lesson and grow by the end of it is still long to be seen. I just hope that when we gather again, there isn't some diabolical plan behind the scenes. But I guess to stave off that possibility, why not watch more Gintama? Now, I do remember something about the preview for this episode, but at the same time, I'm not sure exactly how much it gave off. And are we going to be shown a full episode or one split in two again? I'm trying to remember if, other than the host club ones of all sides, and maybe like Santa or someone, is there any characters that haven't really had a time to shine? You see, the more that they add and have little stories with them, the more this world is fleshed out and seems actually lived in, with everyone having their own lives as their horrid, horrid lives. Now, how many times have I bought lottery tickets? 0. However, the scratch cards, which... do they count as lottery tickets? So why don't you have them? Yeah, scratch cards, I've bought a few. Never lost money on it, though. It's not a good idea if you don't have excess funds. I can't remember who said it, but buying into the lottery is like a tax on the dreamers and the stupid. It is nice to see, or imagine what you could do with that like vast jackpot, but there have been actually several lives that have been ruined by coming into large sums of money. He bought a bunch of tickets, did he? Yeah, how much of a dream does he have? I mean, his room is... Is it still redeemable with that small tear? I mean, by going to this extreme, that would make them think something is wrong, no? Why do people always go overboard? What? Now, the chances of all of this coming to fruition, him getting the winning lottery ticket, is extremely rare. Unless, of course, it was written in the script. You could buy a mayonnaise factory. He can achieve his dream of that, like, mayonnaise theme park, which I think I remember from a long time ago. News spreads quickly. So everyone is after him. Who would have thought that he's so prone to paranoia? Then again, he did get taken over by the curse of the sword pretty quickly. I'd say Gintoki is probably worse than any mohawk he could have ran into. Well, with that money, I don't think he needs to stay in his position. I believe him. And actually, no, he technically doesn't have it. He still hasn't cashed in the ticket. I'd love if by the end of it, it just turned out to be one of those joke tickets where they all are winners, but there's no prize. Even worse that he took one of those lost property things and won the lottery. But the feeling of having to turn it over to Gintoki, nonetheless. That is a great visual image. Oh no. Get away, quickly! You see, this is why you should hand out leaflets. Wow. And so we see the amazing adventures of the Demon Vice Commander. Or maybe by the end of this he'll need to change his name. You see, acid? Okay, I want to see more of the... That was just putting him into harm's way. I want to see more of these situations where there's like this, oh no, fantasy, sci-fi, dystopian disaster, Actually, no, it's just a small cat in a cardboard box. Is the money worth it if this is what your reality becomes? He's gonna just try and walk off by now. Oh, against you and brandishing his weapon in public and against civilians. Is there any way to get Kentucky off your tail? Probably. Are they going to work while he's sniffing out 300 million yen? I do like how all of those Mohawk guys all followed the same style guide. And if you are so deep in your delusions and hallucinations, would you accept just situations like this after a while? At least it looks like some of them have good trigger discipline. I mean, there is a limit to what he can do. Although this is Toshiro we're talking about. If he was in his right mind, he'd cut all of the bullets in the magazines before they can even take the safety off. Which does he give higher value to, though? The hostages or the money? When they have enough. At least he's drawing their attention. Oh no. I guess one way to get the truth out of him. And, you know, if robbing a bank wasn't bad enough, but taking a Vice Commander hostage. And eliminate them all. Is that PS3? I mean, it's wireless controllers. Everyone lay down your guns and Kentucky be quiet. Oh, why are you trying to help them? Stop trying to get your hands on the ticket. He fell for, Stockholm Syndrome far too quickly. He's on their side now. We've lost him. Oh, it's best if you only take... Jesus Christ, Kentucky. I mean, in an attempt of getting all of those hostages freed, he did a good job. Was it necessary? Well, there isn't police outside, so maybe. When did Gintoki get so good at sleight of hand? But yeah, if you think he's just going to let you walk out, you should not have showed your hand so quickly, Gintoki. His hubris got the better of him. There's not going to be any money by the end of this. Are you going to lead them on some sort of big treasure trail? Some... Does he look like Grandma's boy? They're just going to rob another bank. This is the usual thing that happens when Gintoki is involved in Totoro, and actually a few other characters, where everything just devolves and slowly gets worse. But it's a fun journey to see. With his hand in there. Please don't make any sudden moves. He's so convincing. She was totally under the influence of the influence that that was a totally legitimate withdrawal. I mean, you have just robbed 2 banks. To think that those lot would just let him jump out the back so easily. Kentucky, why aren't you jumping as well? Why did you get back in? You had the ticket. Couldn't he just leave? And so they have started their new life. What was their escape plan before it all went like this? It's already structurally unsound. It's got a small tear in it. Full speed ahead. These two really are that gang's good luck charm. It would be difficult to explain this one, but also at the same time, would the Shinsengumi just believe him because, you know, they've been in just about as insane situations like this before? Gintoki, are you convincing him to get rid of the ticket? But Kentucky wouldn't throw money away like that. What have you done? That's stolen funds. The lottery ticket itself was above board. Yes, they are good Samaritans. They have made, once again, new friends in these bank robbers. How many acquaintances do they have in prison now? So now not only are they back to square one, they're actually worse off than they started this morning. As soon as he tore that ticket, you knew something was up. I think as soon as we saw the ticket in the first place, we knew this wasn't going to end well. You know, do you think if they had just come to a agreement to split it, that would have been acceptable? It was your ticket, sure. But they are both as stubborn as each other. There's no backing down. They would fight to the death. I mean, they got blown up by rockets and were the main culprits in another bank robbery. When are we getting new musics? Okay, I'll try. I did say about the characters we haven't seen in a while in stories. Oh no. This... Oh, God. If you came across a large sum of money out of almost nowhere, would it change who you were? Would you be able to live normally? Would you splash it on a whole bunch of ancillary crap? I think I'd pretty much carry on like I am now. Probably get a new PC. And a few good snacks. But other than that, I don't think my life will change all too much. The biggest mistake in this episode was definitely Gintoki letting him know I have the ticket. You know, he could have done that after he'd gotten through the doors, and left. But I guess the want to humiliate Toshiro and, haha, I have my money. Well, that just won out, didn't it? Gintoki just had to have the last laugh. And out of everyone in Gintama, who would be the worst character to come into such a large sum? Our minds might immediately go to Hasegawa, but he might not be the worst. I mean, admittedly pretty far down in the list, but might not be the worst. Let me know what you think down below, and if you enjoyed the episode as well, consider leaving a like. There's many more stories to come, with and without grand larceny. So, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And I guess just take care of yourselves. Try not to join any street gangs. See you in the next one. My patrons would be the lottery ticket to the silver-haired grifter that would be in my channel, so I really need to thank them, for without everyone here, things may turn out a little different. Hopefully nothing like this episode. So I need to thank Sal, Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Jennifer Rojas, Girly1234W, Kite, Saltytron, Cardboard, Dark Shadow 7899, Jim, Ace, Maurizio Lascano, and everyone else. And if you don't want to turn me over to the kidnappers, I guess that's just another level of appreciation I have for you.